The switch on. Is it on?
Guys, calm down. We'll give you enough time to get settled. Don't worry.
Okay.
You'll get settled.
Yes.
Yeah, we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, the president's lawyer is going to give a statement regarding the process. Advocate Papa.
Thank you. The application has been lodged. As you can see, it is a thick application. It's so much. It's okay. I'll start all over again. It's all right. Okay, the application has been lodged. As you can see, it is a thick application. Apart from this application, there's also a separate bundle of evidence which deals with all the issues that are raised in this application. So that process has now been done. Yeah, I guess that is all that there is to say.
Summarize, what are you seeking? What's the order that you're seeking?
We're seeking a declaration to the effect that the presidential election was not properly conducted. It was not conducted in terms of the Constitution. It was not conducted in terms of the Electoral Act. It was not conducted in terms of standards of fairness, transparency, and accountability. Consequently, we also seek a declaration to the effect that the announcement made by Justice Chikumba declaring Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa as the duly elected president of Zimbabwe is faulty at law. It is null and void and must be set aside. And on the basis of the evidence that we've placed before the court, we seek in the main relief to the effect that the court must declare the proper winner, and that proper winner is my client. In the alternative, we seek that there be another election which complies with the dictates of the law, which complies with the letter and spirit of the Constitution of Zimbabwe.
Can you walk us through what happens next from here? What is the process?
What happens next is that the respondents, if inclined, must now file their opposing papers. They must do so within 3 days. But reckoned from today, the matter must be heard with and determined within 14 days. And as regards the inauguration, there is no inauguration that's going to take place up until the matter has been resolved by the court. That is the position.
Who are the respondents?
We wouldn't have come to court if we thought the courts would not give a fair judgment. Look, some of us are courtroom animals. Some of us have lived in court all our lives. Whenever we think that there is a case, we bring that case to court. The determination is something that is within the remit of the court. So ultimately, what we can do is to bring, as we have done, the application. Everyone is going to go through the application. Everyone is going to follow through the arguments, and thereafter the court will make its determination. It is for the court to make a determination, and it is for us to argue the matter.
Who are the respondents?
The respondents are the parties to the election, and as well as the umpire in its various constituents.
Are you ready for the weight that this case? Over 2 million people are waiting on you to dispense this matter with the technicality that it deserves. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I have never before felt this kind of burden on my shoulders, but I have never been more ready. I am ready to defend the 16 million Zimbabweans. I am ready to defend those who voted for my client. I am ready to argue the matter. Make no mistake about it.
Is it true that you only need 35,000 votes, extra votes?
Less than that.
And so you found them?
Of course.
Can you tell us what the figure is?
You'll see the figure in the application. But there are so many things that you're going to see in the application. For instance, we've managed to place before the courts unpopulated, those signed V11 forms. And how does that happen? We've managed to place before the court V11 forms which show an attempt to erase the figures that had been entered. We've managed to place before the court all the mathematical and statistical irregularities. We've managed to place before the court the background issues that bear on the conduct of a free, fair and credible election.
Okay.
So what we must now do is to argue the matter.
So if
Okay,
you
guys,
go
thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yes, I am. I'm still being harassed, and those people must stop. They must stop their harassment. Otherwise, I'll start harassing them back.
Ish. Whose phone?
Are you filing, sir?
We've already filed, and services has already been effected.
And what are your expectations
In terms of what?
in terms of the outcome?
Well, we're quite confident, but it is not for us to make a determination. Our role is to argue the matter, and we're more than ready to do so.
When are you back in court?
We will be in court within the coming 14 days. We'll argue the matter and
Mpofu, 1 minute yesindebele. Mpofu, 1 minute yesindebele. Yangikhulula isigqoko lo.
yes. Question, please.
Mpofu, 1 minute yesindebele.
No, ngithi bonus
Yesindebele.
Yes.
Kuyini okwenzakele?
Sesifakile amaphepha ethu emthethwandaba edaleni so kathesi wonke ongispondile uzozamele afake la amaphepha akhe. So kusho ukuthi udaba lolu soluzahlazululwa emthethwandaba in the coming days.
Isagcotshwa yini? Kutho kuyagcotshwa.
Hayi kagcotshwa awula into enjalo.
Ukuqala ngokuthi uyethuselwa lokho kusayithusela.
Bangethusela ukuthi labo uyaziba bayahlanya.
Mind the step.
Have you sought the legal assistance from the South African Senior Counsel, Zanu-PF and Mogai?
Yes, as we indicated, we have a very strong legal team. We have some legal minds from South Africa. My name is Sek, surname Sek. Is that what it is called? Zanu-PF is on board. Tembe Toby is on board. A lot of other South African senior counsel are on board.
But how are you going to ensure that they have required permit to come and argue?
No, you leave that to us. The role that they are going to play is a role that is clearly circumscribed. Whatever it is that we want them to do, they will ultimately do.
Will they be in the country?
Well, you will see them when they come.
And then finally, what are your arguments in terms of what you have presented to court?
Well, in broad, we have gone procedural number one. We've shown that the proper procedure in our view was not adhered to in the conduct of this election, the announcement of the result and the concomitant declaration. We've gone mathematical. We've shown that there was a lot of number crunching, figure fudging, and the like. We have also looked at the electoral environment and how it's contributed to what we call a non-election which took place.
Is your case based on the presidential results or even parliamentary?
Well, in terms of evidence, you look at everything. There are certain discrepancies which are notable between the presidential tally and the parliamentary tally. And so that is one of the issues that is going to arise. And the court expects an explanation once those kinds of allegations they're quite serious. They're quite serious. You see certain things on our papers which will excite your mind. Quite serious.
Mr. Mpofu, just a quick one. Neshona mungatiudza kuti umbo hwamasvitsa kudare ndehupi unoratidza kuti sarudzo dzakabirwa.
umbo hwachona ndehwemafiga toratidza chaiko chaiko kuti mafiga ese aitwa zvakanaka. Pane umbowo hunewo chekuita nemaitirwo ezvinhu yatikati process pachirungu. Pane umbowo hwemamiriro ekunze panguva yesarudzo, maballot box achiunzwa akavhurwa kare, vanhu vachihlikidzirwa nokurohwa pamwe chete zvinhu zvakadaro. Izvozvo ndombo wacho.
Tanzwa muchiti muri kutyisidzira?
Vanhu vanondityisidzira, havasikumira. Naiko zvino ndichiri kungomhanya ndotogara musango. Pane zvinhu zvakatoitika pamuviri wangu nekuda kugara musango. Asi isu tiri magweta. Ndoda kuti muzive chinhu ichi. Muna November I defended Operation Restore Legacy both in court and on national television. I defended it on the basis that was, in my view, sustainable at law. And after I defended that operation, nobody came to me and said, Savan, you've become a politician because you've defended Operation Restore Legacy. Now, those same people, now that I'm defending Chamisa, have turned around and are now saying I've become a politician because I'm defending Chamisa. The problem that I have with Zimbabweans is that they want to choose who my clients are. And I will not let anyone do that. And when they try to threaten me, when they try to harass me, they can only strengthen my resolve. I'm never one to back down. I've never backed down from any challenge, and I will not do so. Thank you.
Thank you.
So they were.
Yeah, I will do that.